Good evening, friends. It's Gursimran Singh. Welcome you to my YouTube channel GSR Consultant. Today is the final video of the series which we started for Canada immigration process. In this video, we will be discuss about the document requirement and submission of applications. In the previous video, as you know, we discussed about the eligibility criteria and how you can apply by yourself through online CIC website. Now in this video, we will be discuss how you process the application after getting the notification of interest or ITA, invitation to apply. As you know, the immigration process is very simple these days. On CIC website, you can apply by themselves, or on the provincial website like Saskatchewan, you can create your EOI, expression of interest. After getting the notification from these provinces, there is a final step which called as a document submission. This is very important step. Even you apply through any of the consultant or the lawyer where you are having some gap in terms of understanding the document, this video will really help you. You do share this video with your friends on Facebook or YouTube so they also get the right idea. Now when we talk about the document submission, everybody knows the basic document which are required to submit the application. So I will not discuss much about that. Just to brief you, the basic document are the passport copies, family document, if you are married, your wife or kids, passport copy and their birth certificates, your educational documents, employment certificates, medicals, police clearance. This is the basic document which required in all the applicants. Now, when we submit the document, there are certain formats which we need to take care, and we need to make sure that we will send the document accordingly, as most of the applications are online. Now online you need to upload the application. So first thing which you need, make a note of that, each application, the document file size will not be more than 3 MB. It should be only PDF. Only the photograph should be digital and it can be accepted in JPG format, but rest all the document has to be in a PDF format. Second most important thing, you need to make sure the financial part, the bank statement. Nowadays the Canadian government is giving more emphasis on the document which is related to their financial background. As you know, the bank statement is required from last 6 months. In few scenarios 3-month bank statement is also fine. But you need to understand, when you accepted by any of the provincial authorities, the notification of interest you receive, it is valid only for 30 days. Even the ITA, earlier it was valid for 90 days, now the time has reduced to 60 days, so which is 2 months. But the financials are required for 3 months. So if you are lodging your express entry application and if you feel that your case is pretty strong and your CRS is above 450 and plus, then make sure your financials are ready, because in the next draw, if you got selected and your funds are not 90 days old, there is a high possibility of getting the application rejected. As you also know, during the submission of the final document, you have to pay the embassy fees. In provincial application, the fee will be between $300 to $400. If it is an Ontario provincial nomination, that's $1,500. And if you are submitting the application after ITA, earlier fee was $550. Now it has increased to $825. So if any of the wrong documentation or misrepresentation of document had happened, the fee which you have paid for you, or if you are married, for your wife and kids, it is non-refundable. So to avoid that hurdle, make a list of the documents which are required by the Canadian government and submit the document accordingly. Now another question which I received from a few of my viewers who have mentioned that the gift deed. In the financial document, Canada mentioned that they accept gift deed from parents. Like you can show some kind of funds or the bank statement of your father or mother where they are having some funds from last 6 months or 1 year. And you can take an affidavit of support from them. It's called as a gift deed. Yes, it is acceptable, but you will not show the gift deed amount more than 30% of the total financial assets. For example, for singles, the requirement of settlement fund is $12,500 to $13,000. It is advisable not more than $4,000 to $5,000 shown as a gift deed. Remaining, it should be your own funds. You need to understand that you are submitting the application for permanent residency where you are having a vast experience more than 3+ years. On the base of that, you are getting a notification of interest or ITA. So if you don't have that kind of saving, it is very difficult to convince the visa officer that you have a survival cost. After land in Canada, there are a certain costs you need to bear in terms of your rental, in terms of your food, traveling, until you don't get a first job or a first salary. So make sure that 60 to 70% amount you should show on your name or in your wife's name. The remaining you can show in terms of as a gift deed. Another crucial aspect of the application is birth certificates. There are so many misconceptions in terms of birth certificate. People said, yes, we can submit the birth certificate. Few said we don't have a record, we can just submit affidavit. Few said we will put the column blank. But nowadays, as per the Canadian government website, if you are born after 1981, most of the countries have a record of your birth. So if your date of birth is after 1981, you have to submit the birth certificate. Or there are local municipal corporations who have a standard format called no record found. Means you born at home or at a private nursing home where they don't have a record, and you can submit that affidavit or that document to present and to convince the visa officer. But don't leave the column blank, or don't upload any of the simple affidavits. This might be lead to a rejection of your application. Third most important aspect of the application is PCC, Police Clearance Certificate. After age of 18 years, wherever you stay more than 180 days, either continuous or cumulative, if you stay more than 180 days, you have to provide the police clearance certificates. There are few cases which I seen in past where people said, yes, we work in Middle East or GCC country in 2008 or 10. After that, from last 10 years, we never gone there. And we submit the current country police clearance certificate. For example, if an Indian who submit the application from last 10 years, he is in India, so he didn't submit his police clearance application, but still he got the requirement from CIC that before 10 years in 2007 or 8 you stay in that particular country where you stay more than 180 days, you have to provide the police clearance. So make sure you submit all the police clearance from respective country where you stay more than 180 days. As per CIC website, only country is Saudi Arabia which is exempted, because as per the regulation, if your residence visa is not valid, you don't get a police clearance certificate. So apart from Saudi Arabia, if you work any of the countries where you stay more than 180 days, you have to provide the police clearance. Fourth major aspect comes to the ECA, Education Credential Assessment. As most of the client had done their ECA reports in past, make sure the ECA report is valid for minimum 6 months. Same applies to IELTS. When you upload the application, your IELTS report card and WS report has to be valid minimum for 6 months. For family documentation, it's basic. Wife is there or husband is there, then marriage certificate, their passport copies, their birth certificate if you are having a kids, their education document. If they are more than 5th standard, they are getting studies. If it is less than 5th standard, even you don't submit an education document, it's fine. But their birth certificate and passport copy has to be there. Now if you are submitting after ITA, there is a column which called as a travel history and a personal history. In the personal history, after the age of 18 years, whatever the activities you had done, you have to mention about that. For example, you've done your bachelor degree. After that, there is a 1 year or 2 years gap, and then you start your first job. Then after 3-4 years of working career, there is a gap of another 6 months, and then you start your current job. So in that personal history column, you need to mention what exactly you've done in those 6 months or those 1 year or those 2 years. Make sure you put the genuine reason. If you are not doing anything, you can put, okay, I was at home, or I was searching for a right opportunities, or I was trying some entrance exam. But don't keep the column blank. It might represent your application in a wrong way, or the visa officer may think that, okay, you are doing something and you are not disclosing to them. So whatever is the right thing, you should mention there. As far as the employment document concerned, most of the employment document, it's compiled with the experience letter, salary certificates, or a bank statement where your salaries are getting credited, and the job description. Now this question arises, job description. Most of the companies or banks are not ready to provide the job description. Few of the MNCs are also have a condition, they are not comfortable to provide you the job description and as per the required format of Canadian government. So in those cases, first you should try. If they are unable to give you those kind of job description, you can take a reference letter from any of your colleagues or supervisors, or there is a format called static declaration. That is a legal format which is available on Canadian website as well. You can get it typed and it will be from your side that yes, these are the reason where the company are unable to provide the job description, but I do perform these job duties and these are the references, and you can get it attested from any of the notary public or legal lawyers. With that help, you can avoid the chance of rejection, because nowadays Canada do emphasize on the job duties part. So these are the basic things which you need to take care while submitting your application after getting the notification of interest. As you know, there are so many PNP draws are happening. Recently, Nova Scotia has done the draw. Ontario had done a draw for tech categories, where if you have a IT background, they given the notification of interest. Saskatchewan has done the draw. Alberta has recently selected candidate who having a CRS of 322 and above. So there are high possibilities that in the coming months also the same trend will go, and there will be more and more application got accepted. Even in Canadian experience class who's having a study or work experience from Canada, they also get the ITA invitation to apply, where the cutoff score has touched to 447. So this all information about the recent draws you can find out on CIC website, or you can go to our Facebook page which has mentioned below, and you can find out daily updates about the provincial nomination draw and federal draws. Apart from this, if you have any particular query related to your application or a document requirement, you can write me an email, mention in detail what are the scenario and what problem you are facing. I'll definitely help you out and reply you maximum of 24 hours. So any other thing you can advise me, any other video you want, I could share it with you, and any other information you want I could share, I will be ready to do that. Please share your views on that. And the situation nowadays, it's getting normal, things are getting fine, offices are open. Corona had gone from people's mind, or you can say we had adjust ourselves with the COVID situation. We accepted that yes, we have to live with this COVID-19, but again, make sure, be safe, wear your mask, even though while video I'm not wearing, but wear a mask, make a social distancing, take care of your family, stay at home, avoid as much as you can go out, and thank you. That's what I can say at the end of my video. But yes, I will share more videos about the different immigration programs. Now we go back to the Australia process, where we talk about different subclasses of Australia, and we do share video about the European residency programs. Canadian business options has come up, and Canada has come many innovative ideas where they are welcoming so much investor or newcomers. So I will share videos about for those program very soon. You can hit the subscribe button, so as soon as I put the video you will get the notification. So thank you so much guys once again.